I didn't lose 90 pounds by being motivated every day. I lost it by becoming disciplined. There were days that I did not feel like moving. I did not feel like cooking. I did not feel like showing up for myself, but I did it anyways. And that's what changed my life. Motivation is great to have, but if you're relying solely on motivation, that's gonna come and go. Discipline is what keeps me there. Hello, my name is Derricka Scott. Recently, I lost 90 pounds naturally, and I did so by increasing my discipline. When that motivation fades, that's typically when people give up. But I'm here to tell you, based off of my journey, if you want a significant change and lasting change, you're gonna need discipline. And that is what helped me stay consistent through weight gain, pregnancy, because I told you I worked out my whole entire pregnancy, and I ate healthy throughout my pregnancy, and postpartum, practicing discipline. So let's talk about what discipline is. Discipline is doing things that need to be done even when you don't feel like it. So for me, that was me going to the gym even when I didn't feel like it. That was me cooking, even though I would prefer to eat out on the days that I don't feel like cooking. And I talk about in my videos all the time is give yourself breaks and give yourself grace. However, we are not excusing discipline and what we're doing most of the time. And discipline is not about being perfect. It's about being committed to the goals it is that you want to achieve. And for me personally, what helped me build my discipline is I really had to want it. That outweighed my lack of motivation. And also thinking from the perspective of what is it that my future self would want me to be doing right now? What is it that my future self would thank me for starting? What habits is it that my future self would thank me for starting right now? The idea of if you can't do all of it and you can't do anything at all, had to cut that. Discipline is about you showing up. It's not about how much you're doing when you're showing up. It's about showing up for the cause. So I'm about to go over a couple things that I started, a couple habits that I created solely from discipline. Sometimes our minds can psych us out of doing things. Like sometimes you just sit here and you be sitting here thinking like, oh man, I got to do X, Y, and Z today. Like sometimes, and it's funny because I talked to my sister about this because I'm like, yo, we call them due days. Okay. Due days is when you don't allow yourself to linger, to even get in a headspace, to be thinking about it. You just do. So the first thing I want to talk about is my 15-minute walks. That is where my walks started. They started at just 15 minutes a day, and now they're at an hour. Walking became a daily habit to the point where I don't even really consider it exercise, if I'm being honest. I just walk. And again, discipline is not about going hard every time. It's about checking in with yourself. You're giving what you can. You're not necessarily being extreme with it. I hear me say this all the time. Something is always better than nothing at all. Write out your list and you about to check your list off. You got to just start doing. Don't allow yourself to linger. Don't allow yourself to scroll, because I know me, and I know that's with me. That's what I do. If I sit around too long and wait to do these things, I'm less likely to do it. So it's also finding that optimal time to do things. I'm my most productive when I wake up in the morning. So that is where I can get a lot of the things that I need to be disciplined in done is in the morning time. So knowing yourself. Another thing that I want to mention that I'm disciplined in, I had to practice discipline in is meal prepping, cooking my meals even when I don't feel like cooking. Instead of me relying on willpower when I'm hungry, I meal prep so that it just takes the guesswork out of the week. Like it is something that's already available that I've already cooked and prepared. It just makes it so much easier. And I'm not using motivation to do those meal preps. I am relying on my discipline. That is planning and discipline. Next thing that I'm very much so disciplined in is waking up before my family wakes up, waking up before my kids wake up. I hate when I hear people say, I'm not a morning person. Okay, then become one. If you want to be one, then become a morning person. Because guess what? Me either. Guess what? I worked night shift for 10 years. So you want to talk about somebody who wasn't a morning person? Me. It takes discipline every day to wake up at 5 a.m. and to do the things that I want to do to be productive, because y'all know them kids gonna kid. Them kids, them husbands gonna hubs, okay? So what I mean by that is that as soon as they're awake, my shift starts. So I like to do the things that I want to do in the day before they even wake up because they can't even interrupt me. I'm not even giving you the opportunity to mess up my flow and to interrupt me. So by doing that, getting up at 5 a.m., it just works for me. It may not work for everyone. More so recently over the summertime, I've been getting up at 6, 7 a.m. But I'm still able to accomplish those things because the kids actually sleep in later because they're not on this super strict bedtime schedule. But when school is back in session, baby, it's 5 a.m. every day. On the days that I work and the days that I'm off. It just gives me so much time in the morning time. Like even 20 minutes of peace before they get up. But I get some hours. Because like typically my family gets up. If I'm up at 5 o'clock in the morning, they don't get up. Like my son. Oh, baby, he get up at like between 8, 9 o'clock and sometimes 10 o'clock. Discipline is self-care. I have to be disciplined in order for me to do these things. But like discipline is a form of self-care for me because I'm able to do all of these things and to do them uninterrupted. And I'm just utilizing my time the best way that I possibly can because I said it in a lot of different videos that time works very differently when you become a parent. You are on your kid's schedule for the most part. I mean, for the most part, you on other people's schedule. Everything's not about you once you become a mom. Discipline is even me making sure that I'm at bed by a certain time. Now, again, with grace, because we have other people that rely on us, kids, husbands, family members, whatever, whatnot. For the most part, discipline is me going to bed by a certain time because I know that I'm more likely to get up at 5 a.m. and I'm actually going to feel rested when I'm doing that. And then another thing that discipline help these things become a part of my routine. Discipline help these things become a part of my daily habits. It's not something that I think about. It's a part of my lifestyle. Discipline is what help with that. Not motivation. Motivation is that, oh yeah, I feel great. I'm about to wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning to do X, Y, and Z. It's like, but you do that anyways. Like there's no excitement behind. I feel like motivation is like exciting. Like there's not a whole lot of excitement behind discipline. I think that's why it seems as though like a little bit more on a more punishment side. But again, I view it as self-care. Because I'm doing these things for me. Now I'm going to talk about ways that you can build discipline so we can be on this journey together. What I'm going to say is start small. Do not pile up a bunch of things on yourself. Start with one habit, focus on one habit and get really good at one habit and then start to add on more things. Don't pile up too much on yourself because that's where you need motivation to rely on continuing to show up for those things. Do not overcomplicate your life. Like these things should not feel like. The second thing I want to say is set non-negotiables. Have one habit that you do every day. No matter what is going on in your life. I don't care if it's drinking water or if it's making sure you're in bed before 10 o'clock, or before 11 o'clock or 10 o'clock, whatever it works for you, depending on what time you wake up in the morning. But we definitely need to be getting that 7 to 8 hours of sleep because, baby, we're going to be aging backwards, honey. We biohacking at this point. My non-negotiable personally for me is walking. If I can't do anything else, I'm going to walk. Even on days when the weather isn't optimal, I'm walking on my walking pad. If it's too hot outside, if it's too cold outside, if it's raining, if it's snowing, I'm going to get my walk in even on my walking pad. Not being super strict with these things as well. Like the other day, I was like, I'm doing all of this stuff before, because I typically go to the gym early in the morning. So I'm like, I'm doing all of this stuff. I'm not going to be able to make it to the gym. And I thought to myself, like, D, you only going to the gym for, all you need is 45 minutes. That's it. So guess what? I ended up going to the gym. I was in and out. And I'm like, dang, I'm so happy I went because I don't even feel like I took a whole lot of time out of my day to do this. So sometimes we get in our own ways. We psych ourselves out. Get out of your head, because I know I'll be in mine. The thing I want to say is make it easy to follow through. So for me, on the days that I work, I sit out my work clothes and my workout clothes the night before so that when I wake up in the morning, I can just grab them. They're already there. They're in my face. I'm not going to create this whole obstacle of me having to go upstairs or go downstairs to go grab this and go grab that. Like, it's all right there and prepared and ready. So you just got to set yourself up for success. As far as foods, I meal prep. Like when I wake up in the morning time, I want my mornings on the days that I work, I want them to be as simple as possible. So I've already set aside my food and stuff the night before. My salad has already been prepped for the week, so all I gotta do is pull from that salad for work. As far as my fruit, the fruit has already been washed, so I'm just pulling from that big container of fruit for work. So just kind of setting yourself up and prepping yourself so that you're more likely to do these things. When it becomes inconvenient or an obstacle, we are less likely to do them. Put your shoes by the door if you plan on doing an outdoor walk. Like, it's just already there. And what this is doing, it's removing your excuses before they can even come to you. Like, you don't have no excuses because you already set yourself up. It's part of my my journey. These are just habits that I do. So I know what to expect because this is just a part of my routine. Focus on identity. Make these things a part of your identity. I identify with being a walker. So guess what? I'm going to get up and walk. That is a part of me. That is a part of who I am. I am someone who, eat healthy foods. I eat fruits and vegetables. I eat whole foods. I consume these things. This is like a part of my identity. I am someone who goes to bed by this time and wakes up by this time. I am someone who gets 8 hours of sleep at night. I am someone who focuses and is mindful of their gut health. These are things that I identify with. What you're doing is you're kind of tricking your mind, right? Like your habits is going to follow your belief system. So if you believe that you are this person, guess what? You're going to show up as that person. And that is how I feel about myself. And in the long run, discipline builds confidence. So celebrate yourself. You are doing hard work. You're doing what majority of the population is not doing, which is showing up for your health and fitness journey. And every time you follow through, you're proving to yourself that you can do this. And that's building your confidence, which is going to help you. And you're more likely to come back and to continue to do these things because you're even more confident than you were when you started. You're not always going to feel like doing these things. Like I don't always feel like doing these things, but I never regret me investing into my health and fitness journey. I never regret taking care of myself. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be committed, even on the hard days, because honestly, that is where the change happens. I want y'all to tell me down below, what is one thing that you plan to be disciplined in this week? Let your girl know. Oh, I like the chin. I like when you touch the chin, boo. You like this video, and if you want more ways to build simple habits, check out my other video, 7 micro habits that help me lose 90 pounds. In there, I go a little bit more in detail. And if you like this video, go ahead on and hit that like button. And if you like more realistic health and fitness content, then go ahead on and subscribe. I'm gonna see y'all again soon. Hey.